very lucky to have on the phone with us. We've got Dave Keuning from the Killers. Dave, it's a pleasure to have you here with us this morning.
Feels good to be here.
Let's just go back in the in Killers history for a moment, if we can. Did you guys know that the Killers were going to be as big as you are right now? Is that the kind of idea you guys started the band with?
It was definitely an idea early on. I don't think we knew it was ever going to come to fruition 100%. No band ever does. But I believed once we had a few of our songs that if we were given a chance and our songs were ever played on the radio, that I thought people would like them. And that was our best case scenario. I didn't know how successful we'd be, but we weren't shy about trying to be worldwide. I think a lot of bands start out or don't strive for that, and we saw no reason to not try and be as big as we could be.
Right. Well, the songs that you guys write are just, they're anthems. I mean, it's just like a sort of big tune after big tune. Where does the inspiration come for you guys kind of writing that sort of thing? Did it come from the notion of kind of wanting to be a bad and nationwide, as ZZ Top might have said, or does it actually sort of come from within?
I think it came within. I mean, we have a lot of influences that are, bigger bands from the 80s, and we always liked big choruses and big anthems, and so that was, directly from influences, but it's what we wanted to do. It wasn't us trying to be a certain thing. That's really who we are. We like that kind of music.
Right. Now, to talk about the Killers as a whole, you guys have obviously a great career. You're worldwide. You're huge at this point. Is there any one instance that you would want to sort of time capsule from the Killers? Maybe it's a song, maybe it's a moment, maybe it was a live performance, maybe it was an interview, maybe it was meeting somebody. And I realize for everybody in the band it would be different, but for you specifically, is there any one moment, one song, one thing you would want to time capsule?
Wembley Stadium was pretty special, and that wasn't that long ago.
Right.
But that's not many bands get to play that or sell it out, and we had our beginnings in England where we played some very small places, and almost 10 years ago exactly, and so to play that, I could die now. That was pretty crazy.
Crazy stuff. You guys are going to be over on this side of the world. You're embarking on somewhat of an Asian tour. Now, you've been over on this side of the world before, to Japan. You haven't been to Taipei yet, from the best I know. Is there any difference when you go from country to country, or is it at the point where you guys kind of don't see enough of the country that it kind of all rolls into the same? Are the audiences different from country to country? Are there any market differences?
There are definitely market differences and differences within the countries, especially traveling within Europe and within Asia. You see a big difference, and we've only been to airports at other Asian countries besides Japan, so this will be a big deal for us to see these other countries and finally get to some of these Asian markets. But I just know from the past, it's different in the U.S., but within if you just take Europe, for example, there's very hit-or-miss markets. Obviously, England, we're doing very well. The Irish fans love us. And then right across the water, people swim across over to France, and we've had some horrible shows in France in the past. Just kind of a hit-or-miss country. So you just... Yeah, we notice the difference loud and clear.
Are those humbling experiences for you? And I say that because although you do very well here in Taiwan, obviously on the other side of the world, you'll probably be playing here in Asia to somewhat smaller audiences than, say, Wembley for sure. Is that humbling at all, or do you guys just kind of look past it, or how do you kind of deal with that?
Depending on the market, I wouldn't necessarily say humbling. We accept the fact that we're just bigger in some areas than others. There hasn't been that many. We've been very fortunate and grateful for our success. The only times we're humbled is there's been occasionally a town where we've been to before, and we play a smaller venue. That's rare, but that's never encouraging. Other cities, we're still getting bigger in parts of the world. We're still growing. So
right.
It's just every market's different. One day you're humbled, the next minute you're extremely flattered and can't believe how your success. So I actually don't know what completely to expect in Asia yet.
Right. Well, was kind of my next question, which is I know you guys haven't been here to Taiwan or Taipei. And I realize as well the schedule is packed, and you're not going to have a lot of time at all. But do you have any sort of notion about what to expect here in Taipei, or is there anything that you guys are looking forward to? Do you sort of do any research on the cities before you go to them, or anything like that?
No, I think in the beginning I did a little bit more research, but now I still love traveling just to see places, and especially a country we've never been to. I get excited. So actually, this is one of the tours out of all of this last year that I'm looking forward to the most. We don't usually have a lot of free time, but I'll probably make free time by getting up in the morning or something just to go out and see some of these places.
Yeah, right. Excellent. Well, listen, I know you don't have a lot of time, so maybe we'll just quickly end it here. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. And very quickly before you leave, look forward into the future for us, if you could. Past this tour, what's on the plate for the Killers? You guys immediately going to go into record? You're going to take some time off? Are there songs written already for another album? What's the future hold?
There'll be some time off, but we might release some music by the end of the year in some form or another. That's all I can say right now. I don't think we have it all figured out yet.
Yeah, right.
I don't think we're going to release a full-length record anytime soon.
Okay. All right, you guys have had a busy past year, and probably are looking forward to a little time off where you don't have to do anything. I would imagine so.
Heaven forbid. Yeah.
All right, Dave. Well, listen, we look forward to having you here in Taiwan. There's a lot of people, not just me, that are looking forward to having you, but there's a lot of people who are looking forward to this. So we will wait till September 28th before we meet again, and thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, Dave Keuning from The Killers. We have to take a short break here on the morning show. We'll continue in just a few minutes.